Oh, I can breathe now? Okay.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall never surrender. We shall never surrender. We shall never surrender.
So Dunkirk is the latest film from writer-director Christopher Nolan, and it tells the event that took place in World War II when 400,000 soldiers from England, Belgium, France, and Canada were trying to get off of this beach, while at the same time they were being attacked constantly by German soldiers. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Dunkirk. So I think it's safe to say that if you are a movie fan in general, you were really looking forward to Dunkirk. Christopher Nolan is one of the most admired directors of our time. He creates movies that aren't just movies, they're experiences. Whether you're looking at Inception, The Prestige, Memento, the Dark Knight movies, I mean, Interstellar to an extent. I mean, for those of you who follow me since 2014 will know that while I wasn't the biggest fan of Interstellar, I still liked the movie. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I saw a trailer to this film, I got really excited. I saw 10 minutes of this film last month, and I told my boss from Flick Direct that if the movie itself was anything like the 10 minutes I saw, I am going to love this movie. And I loved Dunkirk. Like, I loved this movie. Alright, so let me just get this out of the way for you guys. This is not a performance-based movie. So if you're looking for that standout performance, this movie does not have that. While this movie does have good acting in it, I mean, this movie does have an excellent cast. I mean, you have Tom Hardy, Mark Rylance, Cillian Murphy, and even Harry Styles does a decent job of holding his own despite him having almost no dialogue. This is a movie about experiencing the event and the horrors that the soldiers went through. And does Nolan do a good job, let alone excellent job, of putting you on that battlefield with the soldiers? And my humble take, he does that tenfold. From the very first scene of this movie to the last shot of this movie, I felt as if I was in the battlefield with the soldiers. Whether I was on the ground with Harry Styles, or I was on the water with Mark Rylance on the boat, or whether I was in the air dogfighting with Tom Hardy. Every time Nolan would cut to a different character's perspective, I always felt like I was in the war. Nolan is able to make this film as suspenseful as possible without any slow parts. This movie is just bam, 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 bam. It's a non-stop, tension-filled ride throughout the entirety of it. And the best thing is, even though there wasn't really any character development, I was still rooting for these soldiers to survive. I was constantly riveted and my heart was pounding throughout the entirety of the film. My heart hasn't pounded this hard since I saw Mad Max Fury Road back in 2015. Also, this film is so gloriously well shot, and I did see this in 70mm, not in IMAX, although I will be seeing this in IMAX on Friday. Cannot wait. Even in 70mm film, the crisp, the clarity, the detail is absolutely incredible. The best thing is this movie just felt raw. It felt gritty despite the PG-13 rating. For those of you worried that Dunkirk will be ruined because of the PG-13 rating, do not worry, because despite not having an R rating at all, Nolan is able to create a very tense and a very riveting and a very suspenseful as hell war film. Nolan is able to ramp up the tension and suspense so well, and it doesn't stop until the film ends, until the final frame of the movie. Also, another thing I have to point out is the score by Hans Zimmer. Seriously, every time Hans Zimmer and Nolan work together, they create magic. Seriously, whether, like I said, whether it's an Inception, Dark Knight, Interstellar, which I wasn't a fan of the sound of that film in general, but the music was still amazing. Just like the entirety of the film, Hans Zimmer is able to create a very intense score in which one of the tracks is still stuck in my head right now. I'm not even kidding you, every time this particular track started, I was like this. Oh no, oh no, oh shit! Now personally, I don't really have any flaws with this film, but the flaws are things I can see other people having with the film. The biggest flaw I can see people having with this movie is that there really isn't a single character that people can attach to, as this movie is more about the experience of the events of Dunkirk. If you're wanting the most developed story arcs, you're not going to get that in this movie. But personally, I was okay with this because I knew what I wanted this movie to be. Overall, guys, Dunkirk is a riveting, tension-filled, and a suspenseful as hell war film that, despite only having a PG-13 movie, Nolan is able to create one of the best war films of the 21st century. Overall, guys, Dunkirk is one of my favorite films there, and I'm going to give Dunkirk a 5 out of 5 stars. I love this movie, guys. This movie was a hell of a ride, a hell of an experience, and I cannot wait to see this movie and experience it again in IMAX on Friday. Alright, guys, so comment down and let me know below, what is your favorite Christopher Nolan movie of all time? Mine is Inception, but let me know yours down below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and I'm also on Snapchat. So if you want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Dunkirk. If you did, please hit that like button and also subscribe to see more videos just like this one. If you guys want to see my review of Wish Upon, please click right there. And if you guys want to see my review of Valerian, please click right there. And of course, until the next review, I will see you guys next time.